Hello everyone, and welcome to my Y&R Homies channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Sharon's valiant redemption, the one thing that would permit Phyllis and Summer to pardon her. According to teasers on The Young and the Restless, Sharon Newman needs a heroic redemption, but Phyllis Summers and Summer Newman might only be able to forgive her for one reason. Of course, Sharon also wants to win the forgiveness of Lucy Romalotti and Daniel Romalotti Jr., but they really have a greater chance of changing their minds on their own. Despite her regret, Summer is finding it difficult to let go of Sharon's behavior, and she may become like Phyllis in that regard. Since Phyllis has said unequivocally that she would never forgive Sharon, it is understandable that Sharon is feeling demoralized. Sharon might be able to make amends for framing Daniel and getting rid of Heather Stevens' body, though. Sharon could need to take a significant risk if she hopes to ever win back Phyllis and her family's trust. An intriguing Phyllis and Sharon clue was provided by Y&R head writer and executive producer Josh Griffith in a 2025 preview interview with TV Insider. Phyllis and Sharon will have to reassess their relationship because they will be put in a life-or-death situation, Griffith stated. Griffith could have been alluding to the tension between Ian Ward and Jordan, but it's also conceivable that this bombshell hasn't happened yet. In the end, nothing has truly compelled Phyllis and Sharon to reconsider their relationship at this time. Nothing has really changed because Phyllis still despises Sharon and fights with her all the time. Furthermore, Griffith's hint suggested that Sharon and Phyllis would be put in danger simultaneously. Sharon could yet have a chance to redeem herself when a fresh threat arises and she saves Phyllis. However, Sharon might be able to save Harrison Abbott or perhaps Summer. There is no doubt that we can witness Sharon making a snap choice that risks her life and averts an accident. It could help clear the slate if Sharon can take the initiative and save the day for Phyllis or a member of her family. According to previews for The Young and the Restless, Sharon will eventually hope for forgiveness, so keep checking back for any positive developments that may be coming her way. Please make CDL your go-to source for Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates. The Young and the Restless week of February 17th, Phyllis' sabotage, Kyle's suspicions of trouble, and Diane's startling disclosure. According to The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of February 17th to 21st, Kyle Abbott anticipates problems as Diane Jenkins Abbott prepares for a startling revelation. Let's discuss Y&R's future because Phyllis Summers appears to be planning a sabotage scheme. Diane will start by carrying out her plan to renovate the Abbott house. Although Jack Abbott still has some misgivings, it appears that he is gradually warming up to the notion of making some changes. Diane has stated that she just wants little adjustments rather than a complete makeover, so perhaps she will strike the correct balance and Jack will be happy with the outcome. By trying to get Kyle to become closer to her, Summer Newman could exacerbate her relationship with Claire Newman. Will Kyle notice and tell Summer to stop? We'll see if Kyle steps in with Summer or at least reassures Claire, since he could sense that she feels threatened in some way. In one way or another, Kyle could sense that something is off with Claire and Summer's tense connection. After their vacation to Paris, Phyllis should then make a big impression on Billy Abbott and Sally Spectra. Phyllis may ruin Sally and Billy's romance when they return home since it appears that her developing affections for Billy will be an issue. Phyllis secretly wants Billy for herself, whether she wants to acknowledge it or not. Now that she and Daniel Romalotti Jr. are joining Billy at Abbott Communications, Phyllis' wishes might turn out to be devastating. Nate Hastings will stop at nothing to mend the relationship between Damian Kane and Amy Lewis. It will be difficult, but maybe Audra Charles can help along the road. Depending on how this plot develops, that may pave the way for Audra's romantic triangle with Nate and Damian. Stay tuned for updates on all the twists and turns, as our forecasts indicate that Audra's life will soon take some nasty turns. According to teasers for The Young and the Restless, there will be a lot of surprises and some big news over the week of February 17th to 21st. For all the amazing Young and the Restless spoilers, forecasts, news, and updates you require, check out CDL often. The Restless and the Young Wednesday, January 29th recap. An ambulance was sent to the ranch after Victor and Ian were shot. Victor Newman will persuade Ian Ward to down his firearm and strike a bargain with him, according to the Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, January 29th. Ian will make the decision to go down in a blaze of glory and bring the entire Newman clan down with him, since he will determine he is going down anyhow. So, if Victor doesn't summon the rest of his kids to the ranch, Ian will threaten to shoot Nick Newman. Victor will apparently call Abby Newman in the same way as he calls Adam Newman for an emergency. In order to let Victor to concentrate on his vindictive goal without hindrance, Ian will knock out Victor's security guard at one point during Wednesday's Y&R episode. Since Michael Baldwin is not a blood Newman, he will be given the opportunity to leave quickly. But since Victor has been more of a father to him than the man who brought him into the world, Michael will not back down. Adam is furious that Ian is holding the Newmans captive and will into the commotion. Nikki Newman will descend with Victoria and Claire Newman when Ian summons her upstairs. Ian will make remarks about the sleepover and inquire about Abby's whereabouts, but Victor will ultimately acknowledge that he didn't give her a call. Victoria will also attempt to persuade Ian to release Claire, but he will get enraged by her involvement in Jordan's death because he believes she has demonstrated her Newman identity. Given that Jordan was actually his partner, Ian would surmise that Claire tricked him and verify that he had lied previously. Ian will persist on obtaining justice for Jordan after acknowledging that he fell in love with her. Victor will try to negotiate for Ian to leave the property with him, and he will be prepared to give up everything as long as the rest of his family is still alive. Information. Ian won't want Victor's money, even if he will say he can cancel security, drive him someplace, and send him a fortune. Ian will eliminate the Newmans one by one in order to see Victor's corpse on the ground. He will save Nikki for last so she can see. Victor will insist that only he should be engaged when Ian forces him to decide which child will pass away first. At last, Ian will shoot Victor, causing the other Newmans to rush to his aid and halt the bleeding. Ian will finally take a gunshot to the belly as Victor lunges at him and struggles with him over the rifle. There will be a call for an ambulance, but Ian will believe it is for Victor and ask Nick to kill him. Since Nick doesn't murder individuals like Ian in cold blood, he will decline, even if he acknowledges that it would be pretty cool to see him suffer gradually. As Victoria attempts to stop the bleeding in Victor's abdomen, he will struggle to remain awake on the sofa nearby. As she attempts to comfort Victor about the assistance that is on the way, Nikki will also beg him to stay with her. We'll bring you more medical forecasts and updates on all the stunning news that's coming up because, according to spoilers for The Young and the Restless, an EMT will be arriving soon enough. For more Young and the Restless information, visit CDL frequently as it will have more amazing spoilers, predictions, news, and updates. Sharon's startling update, Jordan's results, Sally's disclosure. After Sharon Newman escapes and Mariah Copeland is found in the park, Nick Newman will hurry to her side, according to Friday, January 24th spoilers for The Young and the Restless. Nick could be upset about Jordan drugging Sharon once more because she might still be a touch off owing to the PCP in her drink. Of course, once Nick reveals that Jordan is Ian Ward's accomplice, Sharon will receive some shocking news. Mariah will also receive updates on all of this, since Jordan recently made a number of confessions about Ian at the Tack House. Despite her recent altercation with Tessa Porter, Mariah would undoubtedly want to inform Tessa that Sharon is doing well. Tessa will undoubtedly apologize for believing Ian could have changed once she acknowledges Mariah was correct about his being up to no good. Fans of Y&R will see Jordan's reaction at the Tack House when he drinks some purportedly tainted tea. Is this the character's final chapter, or is there a twist in the works? The Newmans appear happy to let Jordan die this time. In either case, Victor Newman will be furious with Nikki Newman for plotting behind his back with Claire and Victoria Newman. According to Victor, it was just too dangerous, so all three ladies may end up on full blast. Jack Abbott and maybe attempt to mend their brotherly relationship at the Jazz Lounge. Billy was upset with Jack for opposing his plan of retaliation, but Jack would counter that he was only attempting to protect him. Jack and Billy could agree on it as that's what good siblings are for. Jack will however maintain his belief that Billy would be better off going on with his life. When Sally Spectra Courtney Hope interrupts with a surprise to reveal, Billy will at least have one more option. A major revelation is likely in the works as Sally is likely to showcase the completed interior design decisions she made at Billy's new residence. Billy and Sally will celebrate a new chapter in Friday's episode, despite Billy's unwillingness to abandon his vindictive victor aspirations yet. Keep an eye out for Billy to express his thanks to Sally. Our forecasts indicate some intense moments. According to teasers for The Young and the Restless, Billy and Sally will get more romantically involved, so check in. For amazing Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates, CDL is the place to go. Return often for more Y&R.